Hello, my name is Abby, and I have tried to record this voiceover so many times, so I am going to do my best to stop overthinking it and just do it. So, welcome to my channel. This is Joe Starmo, where I share all things art and creativity and fungi and my journey as an artist overall. I primarily paint with watercolor, although I use other mediums as well. It's just for a long time I have been focusing on watercolor. I do want to experiment more with other mediums. Recently I've been getting into some acrylic paint pens. That's been really fun. I have experience with ceramics and oil and printmaking, but here I am going through the process of my watercolor painting called Growth Rings. It's all nothing until it's everything. Now, this piece took me absolutely way too long to complete, to film, to edit, to do the voiceover. It has been probably 2 years now since I started the initial sketch, if I remember right. I'll have to go back and see, but yeah, this piece was a doozy. And it really didn't have to be. So yeah, I just checked and I started this piece, I believe, in March of 2023, and right now it is January 2025, which is a little bit mind-boggling to think about, but here we are, we're doing the thing, and it's okay. Oh my god, I can't believe I actually took that long to do this. I've been sitting on it and I've been overthinking it, and that's really what this piece was about, was overthinking every goddamn thing. Every single step of this process, I have been hyper focused on perfecting it to a degree that I can't breathe. It's not good for me as an artist to be so focused in on this. I have this drive to make everything perfect, and I have a lot of skill to be able to do so, but when I'm so focused on making it so exact and so perfect and so unattainably amazing, when I'm so focused on that, it prevents me from actually doing the work because I am terrified that it's not going to live up to the expectations that I have in my head. And this is what I do for everything. It's easier to not do something and to live in this like fantasy of potential than it is to take active, tangible steps and maybe mess up in the process, but then actually have a finished product. And I need to get over that. And I'm doing it. I'm doing the damn thing. Something that I have learned in my time being a Capricorn is that sometimes you have to make yourself struggle. You have to accept the suffering and then like just dive headfirst into it until you're so fucking sick of yourself that you are ready to just do it, to just get over it, just rip the band-aid off, let go, and be here for whatever the fuck it is. Now, you don't need to inflict suffering on yourself in order to get to the point where you can just let things go. However, I have certainly not mastered that, and I know that as a creature of habit, I will continue to make things harder on myself, like I did for the entire process of this piece. I set out with the intention to create one of the best pieces I've ever made, and I do think I succeeded in doing that, but I don't think I'm necessarily better for it. I think I made it more complicated than it needed to be because I was putting undue pressure on myself. The thing is, I judge myself so harshly. I am so afraid of scrutiny especially scrutiny from people who don't care to understand me. And this is something that I am working to undo and to be okay with being perceived as the bad guy in some people's stories of me. Being misunderstood is a hard thing, but it doesn't have to define how I show up to the world, because I know that being authentically myself, putting myself out there through my art, through the things that I share online, can help a lot of people, and it has. And for those people who are not willing to see me where I'm at and who are set on making assumptions or judgments about me, that is on them. I can't continue to make myself choke to make other people comfortable. And so I am really going to do my best to live and to stop limiting myself so much, because it took me 2 years to create a painting and upload it when it could have taken me a month. To be fair, I was going through a lot of really difficult mental health issues the past few years. I was struggling with burnout. I was learning kind of how to work with myself, figuring out that I am neurodivergent in a variety of ways. That's always fun, right? I'm doing a lot better now, and I feel like I finally have the clarity and the love for myself to be able to do this. Truly, I think I wasn't ready to put this out into the world yet. There was something in me that really needed to hold on to it, and that's okay. I am learning to not force things, and I'm learning that it doesn't have to be perfect, and I'm trying to let things be as they are and welcome them, and to not overthink it, because it's not what we're here for. We are here to learn and to grow and to play and to make mistakes and to be human and to be messy and beautiful in our own right. And God, it's so hard to do that. It's so hard to let yourself do that. Especially after a lifetime of being conditioned that you need to be a certain way, you need to do certain things and act a certain way and make a certain amount of money and be in a certain profession and wear certain clothes and look a certain way and associate with certain people and be certain of everything you do in life and ignore the very certain reality of our inevitable death. And I feel like so much in our world is built to avoid the reality that we die and we don't know what happens after we die. And we don't want to think about what happens after we die. We just want to live a little death now. Trade our consciousness and free thought and free will to people who decide what our lives are supposed to be for us, so that we might feel a little bit more secure, but not truly live in the long run. And the more I think about this, it seems very clear that this pre-accepted fear and compliance is truly holding us back from lives that are filled with joy and connection and authenticity. And instead, we are stuck with lives that lack meaning and fulfillment, but offer us a sense of security at the expense of our freedom. And now, I think many people are comfortable with this, and many people don't ever have the urge to question this. They don't ever have the sense to risk their security for philosophical gains when they can get by just fine accepting the status quo. However, I do believe that despite this, a better world is possible. And I have a strong feeling that if you're someone who is watching my videos and who resonates with me in one way or another, that you are someone who has some kind of hunger or desire for self-actualization in the way of truly freeing yourself from societal expectations and preconceived notions of what people should and shouldn't be. Which truly I think is one of the reasons why I am endeavoring to cultivate this channel here. I hope that in practicing this vulnerability here that I am able to get comfortable with being myself and sharing my thoughts and connecting with other people who think similarly or who need to hear things like this, because I know I would certainly not be the person I am today if I did not have other people online and in my life who shared similar philosophies or who were able to inspire me to embrace new forms of thought and to venture into truly expressing myself in a way that I never thought I could before, that I never thought I had the space for. So I am creating that space for myself here, and I invite you to join me because it can be really lonely out there when you are dedicated to being yourself, but the places that you have often existed in do not feel safe for you to be yourself. With that being said, I invite you to join me on my journey as I figure out how the fuck to express myself, because it's not something that I have often allowed myself to do, but that my journey as an artist is ultimately calling me to embrace. And I hope that you are able to find some kind of inspiration or comfort in my vulnerability and my own journey. I am very much looking forward to this journey as I learn how to express myself more fully through my art and through my practice sharing it online here with you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me space to express myself. And thank you for joining me on this journey. I truly am so grateful for you, for your time and your presence. And I'm looking forward to sharing more with you in the future. If you'd like to support me in the meantime, you can subscribe to me here or follow me on other social medias like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. You can purchase my work online at joestarmo.com or follow me on Patreon for exclusive updates, behind-the-scenes details, and even exclusive physical perks like prints, stickers, sketches, etc. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.